How did you feel when you saw this lawsuit that made it seem as if perhaps Diddy and Meek Mill had sex?
I mean, to each their own. And why would they not have sex when they're gay rappers?
They.
Do you think Meek Mill's gay?
We all know he's gay.
Who's we?
Rick Ross knows he's gay.
I didn't know. It's news to me.
Everybody, Rick Ross knows.
I hope they forgive me for what I did with Diddy. Real street forever.
Welcome back to Fame Flux, where the truth behind fame gets exposed. Soulja Boy just launched his boldest attack yet in the ongoing controversy surrounding Diddy. But this time, his target wasn't Diddy. It was Meek Mill. In a brash and unapologetic statement, Soulja accused Meek of allowing Diddy to engage in inappropriate behavior. The internet lit up as Soulja declared Meek is spiraling again, causing waves across hip-hop circles. This isn't the first time Soulja Boy aimed his fire at Meek Mill. The tension between the two has been brewing for months. It all started with an unrelated tweet. Out of nowhere, producer Cardo posted about Soulja Boy's disrespect toward Metro Boomin's late mother. That comment quickly escalated the situation. Cardo said, "Don't grow up trying to be Soulja Boy. Boy's an idiot." Unexpectedly, Meek inserted himself into the drama. He sided with Cardo, criticizing Soulja's behavior online. Meek tweeted, "If you say you're gonna smoke somebody and they see you and actually smoke you, it's self-defense." The message was pointed. He continued, "Y'all are losing touch with reality for some likes and clout." The remark lit a fire under Soulja Boy, setting the stage for further confrontation. That line was meant to check Soulja Boy, but instead it backfired completely. Rather than dialing things down, it ignited something massive. Soulja Boy, known for never backing away from conflict, wasn't about to stay silent. When provoked, he doesn't just clap back, he drops bombs. So instead of ignoring Meek's tweet, Soulja fired back with something wild.
A couple parties I seen and I knew that they were spiking drinks. My girl was at the New Year's party, right? I'm at the front door. I gotta make sure everybody got their passes and everything like that. So then my girl and her girlfriend is in the party. So they get bottles of champagne. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking for them. After everybody comes, they close the door. So I'm going knocking in doors, looking at people. I'm looking for my kid's mother now. What the fuck, what's going on? And I'm getting hysterical. So I decided to go to the car, and I looked in the car, she was in the car asleep. She said, "Gene, we started drinking the champagne and I didn't feel good. And me and Debbie came here and went to sleep."
He went online and directly tweeted at Meek, "Didn't Diddy explicit you?" That tweet sent shockwaves through the timeline. In seconds, it turned into a digital inferno. Social media users immediately started digging through old footage, resurfacing viral clips, controversial audio, and long-buried tweets. What had been previously dismissed resurfaced in full force. The internet's memory is long when scandals are involved. With Diddy's legal trial now in full swing and courtroom revelations surfacing daily, speculation is only intensifying. More rumors are getting traction, and some appear to be aligning with verified court testimony. This has left Meek Mill under renewed scrutiny, and critics like Soulja Boy are capitalizing on the moment, taking every chance to mock and pressure him. This situation isn't just based on gossip. The lawsuit filed by Lil Rod Jr. against Diddy contains alarming claims that fueled the chaos further. The document alleges that Diddy engaged in sexual acts with two unnamed male celebrities. While no one is directly identified, one was specifically described as a Philadelphia rapper who previously dated Nicki Minaj, an identifier that's drawn intense public speculation. That significantly narrowed the list. Once the internet caught on, speculation moved fast. And true to pattern, Meek turned to Twitter. But instead of calming the storm, he lit another fire. He posted so much that even neutral observers began questioning his reactions. Some noted that when things aren't true, there's usually no need to scream this loudly. Meek even claimed he was assembling an investigative team to find out who was allegedly trying to link him to the Diddy situation. But that statement backfired. It only raised more eyebrows. Because if none of it's true, why the panic? Why the sudden online campaign to defend a connection no one officially confirmed? Then came the real shock. One of Diddy's former bodyguards stepped forward and made serious claims. In an interview, he said he possessed audio recordings from Diddy's private events, what insiders are calling the freak-off nights. According to him, these weren't just wild parties. They were allegedly laced with manipulation and control. He said drinks were spiked so heavily that guests couldn't remember anything. The claim was that people were incapacitated before they even knew it. And from one of those nights, he allegedly recorded a clip that shocked him. The audio supposedly included suggestive noises, moaning, slapping, and someone yelling, "Yeah, daddy," unmistakably chaotic. And the bodyguard didn't leave it vague. He claimed the voices in the tape were Diddy and Meek. Not implied, not speculated, he said it outright. And adding fuel to the fire, actor Orlando Brown chimed in, claiming that based on what he heard, the voice captured on that tape definitely belonged to Meek. The bodyguard didn't hold back. He gave a full play-by-play, stating that it sounded like Diddy was entirely in control, and Meek, according to him, there was no resistance at all. The description painted a vivid picture of power dynamics and blurred boundaries that, if true, would redefine how those parties were perceived. Now rewind for a moment. Remember that birthday party Diddy threw for Meek? The one with shirtless men lounging by the pool, moody lighting, and an ambiance that didn't exactly scream just friends? That footage resurfaced immediately. And right there on camera, Diddy is seen saying, Meek earned it. He put in work. And that he was proud of him. At the time, people laughed it off. Just industry jokes, they said. But now, in light of everything emerging from the trial, that same clip feels eerily different. It's not just playful anymore. It's suggestive, calculated, and possibly revealing of something much deeper. In the current legal proceedings, things escalated. Prosecutors reportedly introduced tapes and photos that allegedly show Diddy engaging in explicit activity with several well-known men. These materials were described as graphic and deeply unsettling. And once those were played in court, according to insiders, the room fell completely silent. One individual present claimed the audio was unmistakable, male on male, loud, raw, and extremely graphic. Every person in the room knew exactly what was being heard. And yes, Meek's name surfaced again, reportedly tied to one of the events under investigation. Now, Meek is not known for staying silent when controversy hits.
How did you feel when you saw this lawsuit that made it seem as if perhaps Diddy and Meek Mill had sex?
I mean, to each their own. And why would they not have sex when they're gay rappers?
They.
Do you think Meek Mill's gay?
We all know he's gay.
Who's we?
Rick Ross know he's gay.
I didn't know. It's news to me.
Everybody, Rick Ross knows.
Historically, he responds swiftly, often flooding timelines with multiple posts. And this time, he did exactly that. He tweeted a statement that read, "Just to put that on public record, the craziest thing I seen at a puff party is coke vibes, and that's going on at all these parties. I'm from North Philly. I had millions since I was 23. It was a bold attempt to redirect attention away from the rumors. But for many watching closely, it raised even more questions. The statement, "I don't even want to be addicted to weed. Not judging, but I see it different," felt like an attempt to shift the narrative. It was clear this was another move to distance from the controversy. But distancing doesn't erase what's already in the public sphere, especially not when it's tied to one of the biggest scandals unraveling today. What raised more eyebrows was a specific lyric. "I hope they forgive me for what I did with Diddy." That line, originally overlooked by many, is now being scrutinized. In light of current revelations, it doesn't sound like a clever metaphor. It feels more like a quiet admission, a lyric hiding plain sight meaning that's only now being decoded. Just when the discussion seemed to quiet down, Soulja Boy reignited it, making sure the controversy didn't die out. And it wasn't random. It was strategic, calculated, and perfectly timed. One comment from him was all it took to stir the pot again, pushing the conversation right back into the spotlight where it had only just begun to cool. Online forums lit up again. Users started connecting old clips, resurfacing past statements, and dissecting every move. Social media became a forensic scene, breaking down everything, from lyrics to birthday party footage. One post claimed that Nicki Minaj was the one who originally recorded the now infamous audio. According to the theory, she allegedly held on to it, waiting for the perfect moment to release it. The user speculated that a third party was paid to take the fall for the leak, keeping the actual source out of the spotlight. The motive? Alleged revenge? Payback for past treatment and humiliation. That theory added a whole new twist to an already tangled web of claims, rumors, and implications that continue to fuel discussion. Another user chimed in, bluntly stating, "Meek Mill is really fruity." A simple comment, but loaded with meaning in the context of everything that has emerged. In this story, the court of public opinion is working overtime, and nothing, no lyric, clip, or tweet, is being ignored anymore. As the courtroom drama escalates and digital chatter refuses to die down, attention is now shifting to a more unsettling pattern: how silence from the industry has become deafening. While internet users dissect every lyric, post, and party clip, major artists and executives are choosing to stay quiet. The same figures who were vocal on other controversies now offer no commentary at all. What makes this more alarming is how many of these same voices once shared stages, collaborations, and business ventures with the individuals now under scrutiny. Their silence is not just absence. It's being interpreted as calculated protection. And in that silence, questions grow louder. Who knew what and when? How far do these connections reach? Behind the headlines and viral tweets, a deeper conversation is beginning to take form. If these events, parties, and recordings really happened over years, who turned a blind eye? Was this system maintained not just through coercion, but with complicity from powerful players too worried about their brands to intervene? More documents are reportedly on the way. Some insiders claim the next wave of court filings will include detailed timelines, photos, and perhaps even testimonies implicating more industry names. If that happens, the narrative could shift again, from individual scandal to institutional reckoning. And in all this chaos, one fact remains unshaken. The truth, once buried, is now clawing its way to the surface. It's no longer about one name or one night. It's about how a culture allowed certain behaviors to thrive unchecked. And that spotlight is only getting brighter. The fallout from this situation is already sending shockwaves across the industry, not just because of the scandal itself, but because it's forcing a public re-examination of the culture surrounding fame, power, and silence. Behind the music and glitz lies a darker blueprint, one where access and influence may have come with unspoken costs and coercive expectations. As legal pressure mounts, so does the speculation that more artists, executives, and insiders might be forced to speak. Industry veterans are reportedly bracing for subpoenas, with some quietly lawyering up in anticipation of being named or linked to key events. What was once a whisper campaign is fast becoming a storm of accountability. The parties, the footage, the NDAs, everything once thought to be buried is now resurfacing with context. Lawyers are combing through years of contracts and footage. Journalists are cross-referencing social media timestamps with court filings. And online investigators are flooding timelines with receipts, screenshots, and resurfaced interviews that suddenly carry a much heavier meaning. This isn't about one trial anymore. It's about a power structure built on mutual silence and hidden leverage, now unraveling in full view. The entertainment world is being reminded that the cameras never really stop rolling, and that whatever was done behind closed doors eventually demands its day in the light. And with every new revelation, it becomes clearer that this story is still in its early chapters. The real reckoning may be just beginning. This entire situation is spiraling into one of the wildest exposés the industry has seen in years. Allegations, recordings, and courtroom leaks, it's all coming out at once. And while some scramble to deny, others are staying suspiciously silent. The shift in narratives, the sudden flips, and the trail of evidence are impossible to ignore now. So what's your take on this massive turn of events? Is this a case of overdue accountability, or just another twisted chapter in the entertainment world's ongoing saga of power, fame, and exposure? The comment section is wide open. Drop your thoughts and theories down below. And if you're here for the raw breakdowns, courtroom bombshells, and real-time updates as they unfold, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Another explosive update is already on the way. Click the next video now to stay locked in.